Alright guys, Tom here and welcome to a new video, and today I'm bringing you my Survivor Series 2014 predictions. Now, while the value of the Survivor Series pay-per-view has diminished dramatically in recent years, Sunday's show will still be one of the most notable events of the WWE year. With the Authority's power and John Cena's career on the line, this show should be unmissable. With this pay-per-view looking like a one-match show, it's really important WWE books its mid-card matches correctly, so this free pay-per-view isn't a bad advert to potential fans thinking of purchasing the WWE network. Basically, the WWE must deliver. Everything's on the line and it's free, so there's going to be even more people watching this pay-per-view on Sunday. WWE must deliver. I cannot wait for this pay-per-view. They must deliver. They simply must deliver. Like this video, I haven't really been getting a lot of support on my most recent videos. I really want to get as many likes as I can on this prediction video. My growth for my channel has slowed down dramatically in the last few months. I know we've been having a lot of problems with the channel, but I'm back now, so I can get as many likes as possible on this channel, and hopefully we can start growing as much as I used to. Now, Team Cena versus Team Authority in the traditional Survivor Series Elimination tag match is the main event of the show, and it could probably be the only match on the show people really want to see. You've got John Cena, Ziggler, Big Show, Eric Rowan, and Ryback versus Rollins, Kane, Rusev, Mark Henry, and Luke Harper. So you've got a lot of people in there. There's going to be a lot of attention and a lot of eyes watching this match. You're bound to like a few of these guys in this match, so without a doubt, everybody is going to want to watch this match. So it's important that I get this prediction right, and I feel like even though Team Authority will no longer be, basically Team Authority will no longer be in charge. That's what's up for grabs here, or Team Cena, all of Team Cena will be fired. So it's a really big match, and I think that the prediction is Team Cena to win. Yes, I think John Cena is going to prevail as the champion with his team and defeat Team Authority. In my opinion, it only seems logical for John Cena to be the one that dethrones the Authority. I mean, he's the top guy in the company. If you're looking at anybody in the roster who would be the one to dethrone the Authority from being in power, it would have to be John Cena. He's only the right guy to dethrone the Authority. There's nobody that comes close to being the one that should bring the Authority out of power. He's that number one guy that should be doing that. He's the top babyface. He's the guy that carries the roster. So surely it seems logical for John Cena and his team to be the one that dethrones the Authority here at Survivor Series. Another reason why I think that Team Cena will win is because it's rumours Stephanie McMahon may be pregnant and they will be actually writing her out of television. Now, if they're writing Stephanie McMahon out of television, if she's pregnant, then that probably means that the Authority is going to be written out of television too. So if they don't lose here, then it will happen soon rather than later. It might be a reason for the Team Authority to lose here because she's pregnant. That is maybe a slight reason. I'm not sure if that's just a rumour or it's true. It hasn't been confirmed or denied. But if she is, it's probable they will lose on Sunday because they've got to write her out of TV somehow, and this seems like probably the best way to do it, by Team Cena beating Team Authority and making them out of a job. And basically, WWE is not going to fire John Cena, Dolph Ziggler, Big Show, Eric Rowan, and Ryback. There's no way, with the slim roster they've got already, with Bryan out, CM Punk gone, Roman Reigns out, and Randy Orton filming a movie, there's already loads of top baby faces they don't have anymore or are out injured. So if they're going to fight Cena, Ziggler, Big Show, Eric Rowan, and Ryback all in the same night, they've got a huge problem on their hands. There's no way in hell they're going to fire 5 superstars just like that. That's just not going to happen, especially John Cena. There's no way. He brings too much money into that company. There's no way they're going to fire him in a Survivor Series tag match. No way. Also, the Authority storyline has been going on for over a year now. In my opinion, it's coming to its end. There's not much more they can do, and it only seems right to probably end it at Survivor Series, where it feels like the Authority storyline is really nearly at its end. And also, it's more likely for the Authority to lose power than for WWE to fire five top baby faces. I think it's more likely for them to write the Authority to lose power than WWE to fire 5 top babyfaces. There's more at stake of firing 5 top babyfaces than losing power for the Authority. So I feel like they're going to choose the Authority here. That's the only real thing I think is going to happen. There's no way they're going to fire all of Team Cena. There's no way. Seems logical for Cena to beat Team Authority here. Seems like the storyline of the Authority is coming to the end anyway. So if it doesn't end here, it's going to end soon anyway. So it seems like they're probably going to end it at Survivor Series. And the big question is, will Randy Orton return and help Team Cena to win? That would be some great foreshadowing of Randy Orton to return, somebody that was really big in the Authority and won the WWE World title with them, for him to turn on the Authority and cost them empowerment in WWE. That would be great. My prediction, and the obvious prediction, is for Team Cena to win here and the Authority to lose power. Also, the next prediction is Dean Ambrose against Bray Wyatt. I'm really not into this match. It feels a little bit forced, and the build has been really, really exciting. My prediction is Bray Wyatt, but it will probably end in a disqualification, as I do feel that Dean Ambrose needs the win as much as Bray Wyatt and would progress the storyline more. Now, they could give the win to Bray Wyatt, which I'm putting down as my prediction, but they could also, I feel like they could probably end it in DQ, as I feel Dean and Bray, they need the win as much as each other, so why not end it in DQ and not give either of them the win? And that would actually progress the storyline even more. Now, this is Bray Wyatt's first pay-per-view match since returning, so it would be only right for him to come back and have a big win in his first return match and make an impact with his first pay-per-view match. And also, Bray needs a big win. He hasn't really ever recovered from that loss to John Cena, and this is mainly the reason why they've actually trying to reinvent him. They brought him back last month, and the main reason because of that is because he never really recovered from the loss to John Cena. So, if they're bringing him back and reinventing him, he definitely needs a big win to give that big impact, to say, I'm back, I'm good, and you want to make a big impact in your first return match on a pay-per-view match. Obviously, he needs this big win to cement the fact he's back and that he's been reinvented. And it'd feel like the break that Bray Wyatt took would be completely pointless if he was out for like maybe a month or two. So if he comes back and then loses his first pay-per-view match, what was the point of him being out for a couple of months? There would be no reason for that. It would feel like a big waste of time. It's also the first match in the feud, and the feud is likely to continue. Now, if you have a feud which continues over a numerous amount of pay-per-views, you usually have the heel win the first match, so the babyface still chases the win over the heel. If you have Dean Ambrose win here, the feud is pretty much ended. But if you have the heel, Bray Wyatt, win here, then the babyface still wants to get that much needed win over Bray Wyatt, and that's how they progress a usual storyline. So if you have the heel, Bray Wyatt, win here, it'll suggest that there's another match later down the line at probably TLC, and that's probably what they're doing with this feud. This definitely isn't the last match in the feud, so have the heel win here and carry the storyline on. Also, Dean Ambrose is obviously more over than Bray Wyatt, so if you're thinking it like that, Bray Wyatt needs to win a lot more to get more over. Bray Wyatt isn't as over as Dean Ambrose, we know that. So give Bray Wyatt the win here and give him some heel heat. Dean Ambrose is ridiculously over, so if you want to get Bray Wyatt over, give him a win over Dean Ambrose. He needs the win, and he isn't as over as Dean Ambrose, so give him the win. My prediction, Bray Wyatt, but could quite easily end in DQ. The WWE Tag Team Titles match is Gold and Stardust versus The Miz and Damien Mizdow versus Los Matadores against the Usos. It is a fatal 4-way match for the Tag Team titles, and I cannot wait for this match. Now, my prediction is for Goldust and Stardust to retain their Tag Team Championships. The Miz and Damien Mizdow aren't championship material. Everybody wants them to win, but they're not championship material. Their gimmick is only temporary, and WWE probably doesn't have long-term plans to continue using them. I won't be surprised if they don't last the end of 2014. It's not going to be a gimmick that lasts a while, so why put the tag belts on them? The Usos have had a long, healthy run this year already, and they probably won't win the titles for ages, because we've already seen them have it for a good 6 months this year. We don't want to see them win it back so soon. Los Matadores are a joke and not a gimmick worthy of a title, so my easy prediction here is for Gold and Stardust to win. Basically, Golden Stardust run is still pretty short. It has a lot more potential and there's no reason to change the belts at this pay-per-view. Dropping the titles here would be a step in the wrong direction for the WWE when the titles simply don't need to change, and Golden Stardust run is still pretty short. They've got a lot left in this feud, in this run. So my prediction is Gold and Stardust to win. The Divas champion AJ Lee against Nikki Bella. Surprise prediction is that Nikki Bella to win. So AJ Lee as champion is pretty boring. She's been in the title picture for way too long. The Divas division needs a change. It is extremely depressing and boring seeing her being the Divas champion for so long. Now, Nikki could use Brie Bella to cheat her way to victory. As you may know, Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, Nikki can control Brie Bella for one more day after the Survivor Series pay-per-view. So it's quite likely she could use Brie to cheat her way to victory, and that would be a great way to progress the storyline and a really, really good storytelling. Now, AJ Lee is rumoured to be leaving the WWE soon, so it would feel only right for her to drop the belt to Nikki Bella so she can leave after Survivor Series. Nikki Bella has been in the title picture for ages. She's been in the title picture for about 3 months, and I'm questioning when will she finally win the belt. It seems like this could be the possible time. I mean, she's been in the title picture for so long, but she's never won it. So it feels like this match is where she will finally win it. Where does the WWE go if AJ Lee doesn't drop the belt? I'm wondering who's left to be a competitor, a legitimate competitor for AJ's championship. There is nobody. So if they give the belt to Nikki Bella, then that's a feud you've made. You've made a Nikki and AJ feud. But if AJ Lee retains here, who else is going to step up and fight for that title? There's nobody. They need to give Nikki Bella this championship, or AJ Lee is just going to boringly retain again, and we've got no other Divas feud to continue after that with. It's logical for Nikki to win and progress from now. That's pretty much what I'm saying there. And the Divas picture has been boring ever since Paige lost to AJ. And the Divas division really needs a big change. And that big change could come from Nikki Bella, the heel, winning here and winning the Divas title. I think AJ Lee's been boring for a long time now. She's rumoured to be leaving. So I'm suggesting that she could possibly drop at Survivor Series. It might be a long shot, but honestly, I feel like we could get a little bit of a swerve there and have Nikki Bella win the title. Ooh, it could happen. Now, Alicia Fox, Natalya, Naomi and Emma versus Paige, Cameron, Summer Rae and Layla in a Divas traditional Survivor Series elimination tag team match. Now, this is a really smart way to get all these women some airtime, and my prediction is Paige to win. Now, nobody cares about this match, so if I get this prediction wrong, nobody's going to care whatsoever. Whoever wins this match, nobody's going to care whatsoever. And honestly, it's really hard to pick who's going to win this match because nobody cares and nobody knows where the hell this match came from. But I'm going to go out and say Paige is going to win. Honestly, Paige hasn't bounced back from losing the title to AJ Lee. She's never bounced back. She just dropped significantly ever since she lost that match against AJ Lee. And Paige is the most over heel diva. She's the only one really close to AJ Lee's overness in the WWE, so I feel like it should be Paige that gets the win here. Every other diva is really, really irrelevant, so you should give Paige the win here. She needs the win. She's never bounced back from losing that title to AJ Lee, and if I'm looking at the other team, there's only really Natalya on the other team that really could benefit from a win here. I mean, the other people, the other divas are really irrelevant. I mean, everybody's irrelevant in this match. The only real relevant person I see there is Paige, so why not give Paige that win there? So, that's my prediction, guys. Hopefully you do enjoy Survivor Series. Follow me on Twitter because I'll be doing live coverage of the pay-per-view on Sunday, of course. As always, subscribe, like the video, take care, spike your hair.